Why the sad face? Come on.
This is our last episode of School Zone Dallas. And well, it's kind of hard to get in the zone knowing that this will be the last time you and I host the show.
Well, it's been fun this year, but hey, we have lots of cool things to talk about and a full show today.
You're right. On this episode of School Zone Dallas, we'll visit the best tasting class in all of DISD.
We'll also go to an Asian festival at an elementary school in Northeast Dallas.
And we'll say goodbye to a DISD teacher who has put together some incredible spring musicals for nearly 3 decades at Woodrow Wilson High School.
All of this and so much more.
I'm getting into the zone.
School Zone Dallas. Hi, I'm Royce, a senior at Lincoln Communications Magnet.
And I'm Ismenia, senior at Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts. And welcome to our final installment of School Zone Dallas for this year.
Today we're here at Pleasant Grove Elementary School, one of DISD's newest schools, smack dab in the middle of the Grove.
This is a wonderful place. But let's head on to our first story, which comes from Skyline. At Skyline, there's a teacher who's cooking up all sorts of great stuff with her students. And here's Christy, who's on the scene.
Hi guys, if you're creative and if you like to cook, or even if you just like to eat, you're totally in the right place. I'm in the dining room of the Culinary Arts Cluster at Skyline Center. Right now, something smells really good. Let's take a look at what's cooking today.
A little salt and pepper as they come out of the oil and put them in the hot box uncovered. Hot box is hot, okay?
I got a phone call from the Dean of the Food Service Program at El Centro and from Texas Chefs Association asking me if I would come out and teach the classes at Skyline. They needed a certified chef who was able to work with children.
Miss Khan, I've always said this about her. She's pretty loud for a little person because you can hear her from far away. She's like, we could be on one side of the kitchen and you could hear her. And she's always attentive. She has very good peripheral vision, so she sees us.
What we do here with the kids applies to the real world, whether they go right into the workforce or if they go to college. I've actually had students come back from major universities, Johnson & Wales program, even El Centro, who have come and told me how much beyond their classmates they are, whether it's passing tests or actually in the kitchen in their labs. They're able to do things that the other students aren't able to do yet. And in the industry, they're able to get jobs in lower management instead of starting at the bottom. So we fully expect our kids here go into the industry at a lower management level instead of starting with the pot washing station.
Regular service size pan. Let's see, we need fries, catfish.
We are very lucky at Skyline. We've just recently had an update to our kitchen. We really needed it. The kitchen was 30 years old, but we've received new refrigeration and new stoves, new ovens. It is a state-of-the-art kitchen. We can accommodate about 50 kids in the kitchen at one time, but that's hard for an instructor. They're dealing with dangerous equipment, fire and knives, so we limit our classes to about 20, 25, and the kids actually are doing major production in our kitchen. They start with the basics. In 9th grade, they learn measuring and weights and the names of things, sanitation, safety. And as each year goes by, we add to that. We start every year with sanitation and safety the first 6 weeks at every level. After that, the 10th grade goes into the basics of industrial cooking, what the sauces are, how to make them, what the French names for things are, thickening agents, leavening agents, the basic chemistry of baking, just the basics in general all the way around the kitchen. And then in their 3rd year, when they're in 11th grade, they do actual productions for the public. We have a dining room and we serve meals every Thursday. We open it to the school. All the kids in school, all the teachers in school are welcome to come. And the kids produce a soup, a vegetable, an entree, a starch, a bread, and a dessert from different countries every week.
I love to cook, so I really like everything about it. I just don't like being over the stove all the time because it get real hot.
Our kids compete in the VICA competitions at Skills USA VICA. VICA stands for Vocational Industrial Clubs of America. Christy made a wedding cake as a cluster project. She's been part of our Culinary Arts Cluster for her high school career, as well as doing School Zone and a lot of things for the newspaper. She's very diversified and very talented young lady, and she made a very pretty wedding cake with little chocolate decorations and icing roses on it. Christy won Best of Show and first place in cluster projects. So we're really excited. We had a lot of winners, and we're going to be taking them to the state competitions and see if any of them can win and take us to the nationals.
Watch out, because these future great chefs will be coming right out of here to a restaurant near you. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Christy.
That story makes me hungry.
Yeah, me too. I'm so glad we're right here at Pleasant Grove Elementary Cafeteria.
Our next story is about a special cultural celebration in Northeast Dallas.
The students at Reinhardt Elementary School celebrated Asian traditions there. Here's Kirsten with more.
Hey y'all, welcome to Reinhardt Elementary School, where today we're going to check in with a very dedicated teacher who's bringing the celebration of Asian culture directly to his students.
I became involved with Southeast Asian refugee students in 1979 and 1980 when I was at James Fannin. And one day, the day after Christmas in 1980, we enrolled 50 students from Laos in one day. The next year, before school started, we enrolled over 250 students from Cambodia. We did not think about the dances even until one year at the first year at Cinco de Mayo, when the principal decided we would have Cambodian dances at Cinco de Mayo. And it just happened that teacher aide knew a couple of folk dances, and I ran out and I rented some costumes.
As you can see, the costumes are very elaborate and colorful. Right now, I'm wearing a traditional Cambodian shawl made of silk and tie-dyed. For Mr. Gallagher's students, being outfitted in the right costume plays a very important role in expressing the song's story.
The costumes for the classical dances are very elaborate. All the dancers in a classical dance all wear a gold crown. In the Cambodian dances, the dancers have a piece called a sabai, which is it's like a shawl that's wrapped over their shoulder. The skirts are a traditional fabric, and they're folded and pleated. All the dancers also have traditional pieces of jewelry that they wear. They wear, it's like a bracelet or an anklet around their ankles.
We have these little golden plastic things around our ankles, which I think hurt.
Each dance tells a story much like folk tales. As the dancers appear on stage, we are taken back to another time in history.
In this dance, the dancers all have a silver bowl that they carry. The silver bowl is filled with flower petals. At the end of the dance, the dancers sprinkle the flower petals as a way of making a blessing or a wish for good fortune or peace and happiness to come. In this dance, there are two characters. The princess, Muni Mekala, who has a shining stone, a shining jewel, which is literally a magical jewel that was given to her by a wise crew, a teacher. The other student, the male student, was named Riame Su, and he was given a shining axe. And the teacher told him to go and take the axe, pursue the princess, throw the axe, and try to get her to drop the stone so he could get the stone if he wanted the stone. And according to a popular folk tale, Thunder is caused by Riemesu throwing his axe, and lightning is caused by the princess Munimekala when she holds up her stone and flashes it in his eyes. This dance was a traditional Lao dance, and the dance, according to the legend, if the candles stay lit throughout the dance and if they are all extinguished together, good luck and good fortune will come.
What an amazing performance! As you can see, the students and Mr. Gallagher are keeping Asian culture alive and well for all to see. For Schools on Dallas, I'm Kirsten.
Hey, check this out.
What is it?
It's a mosquito made by a 4th grader here at Pleasant Grove Elementary.
Impressive.
Well, speaking of impressive, our next story is about a music teacher who has made an enormous impact on her students for nearly 3 decades.
Miss Bercher has been directing amazing musicals at Woodrow Wilson High School, and our reporter Rebecca got to take in a final rehearsal.
Hey guys, Rebecca here at Woodrow Wilson High School, where today we will be checking in with Miss Marceline Bercher, who is finishing up her 28th year as the producer-director of the annual school play. This year it's the Rodgers and Hammerstein classic, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma is a classic. It has been around since 1943 and sort of changed the whole focus of musical theater. It's always been an interest on my part to do Oklahoma. Kids knock my eyes out. Every year they just knock me over. I just think, here we start with these kids, you know, and they go, oh, are you ever going to be able to put this together when you first start? And they just knock me down.
We design the shows here at Woodrow around the students that we have. And for instance, in this musical, we probably have 5 or 6 trained dancers, and the rest are just regular students that have not had any dance training. We try to make it so that everyone looks like they can dance.
This is a huge thing, and it becomes part of the personality of the school. The kids have to have their parents and their families involved. And they're so involved now that this is can't be done without them. It's just great.
It's taken on a life much larger than just Miss Bercher and myself. They do the costumes, they build the sets, they work night and day when we really get into the throes of the production, and they are just wonderful, and they have fun. I think they like this as much as the kids.
Ms. Bercher and Ms. Hardman have been partners in producing outstanding musicals at Woodrow Wilson for decades. After the first 3 years, Ms. Hardman temporarily moved to California, but her dedication to quality musicals flew her back to Dallas.
I felt so bad when I left. We'd had such a great 3 years run that I said, oh, it's okay, I'll come back. And I meant it, but I didn't really think I would do it for 14 years.
8 years ago, she moved back permanently.
It's been great, and we are best of friends.
She's my mentor, she's my hero, because she is such an amazing woman.
They're sweet Army instructors. And what I mean by that is, if there's one thing you're going to learn if you come through this program, is discipline and commitment. And definitely commitment, because it takes a lot to put on a production to the caliber that these ladies, I mean, they're phenomenal.
All right, more than 2 months of practice, check. 4 dress rehearsals, 107 cast members, and a 20-member orchestra. Well, looks like the curtain is finally ready to rise.
You feel the tension running, the adrenaline just pumping through your veins, and you're backstage and you're like, oh man, am I gonna hit my notes? Am I gonna remember my line?
Of course, there's some opening night jitters. There's some, excitement, and the adrenaline is flowing, shall we say. But I don't think stage fright is ever a real problem. The kids are too prepared.
The students have so much dimension that the performances they're giving tonight they'll just bowl everyone over.
I can see the stars in blurry.
Performing, it gives you an opportunity to, touch lives. A lot of people don't realize that, but There's some people, because of seeing you on stage, they've had a new perception on live.
I've learned confidence from working with Miss Bircher and Miss Hardman. They've taught me to believe in myself, and the show must go on no matter what.
It's been such a success, and it's been so much fun that I'll have memories for the rest of my life.
And it's sad to leave what has been your life for 30 years. But there is also a time in your life when you know, okay, nothing lasts forever and this is my time. And I think I'm there. But I will be here to watch and support.
Without a doubt, the musical has been a smashing success thanks to all the hard work and dedication of many people. Ms. Bircher will truly be missed, but her legacy of great performances will definitely live on. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Rebecca.
Wow, happy retirement for Ms. Hardman and Ms. Bircher. Their work here at DISD will be sorely missed.
Absolutely. Now, switching gears, we're about to rejoin students from Lincoln High School who went to Alaska on a very special field trip.
Here's a final clip from Mark Birnbaum's documentary, Polar Opposites. Check it out.
I'm with Philip and Brittany, Joshua, and Tiffany today. Going up on the glacier via helicopter.
It's going to be really close quarters, guys. It's a good thing you're all buds.
It's a thrilling moment as you get into a helicopter and you're all cozy in this one tight little area and go straight up, and then you swerve away along the crest and along the sides of glaciers. It was a beautiful, breathtaking day on top of the glacier. It's as though God opened up the skies to us and said, welcome, this is my mountaintop, and I welcome you all from Lincoln High School.
Dang.
I'm gonna knock Josh out.
Joshua.
Let's get him, let's get him.
Yeah, get Hey, who made snow angels yet? No one. That's my move. Oh, I'll get you a
water. We want to compare this water with water that we're drinking. Warren, now you get under here and get to the light. Okay, you get the rest of it filled up easily right there. That's it, Brittany.
It was cold.
Okay, so what we have here is we've got 4 or 5 different tests, okay? One is alkalinity, the other one's carbon dioxide, the other one's ammonia and nitrogen.
This water doesn't have any alkalinity.
That water, it didn't have any ammonia or any carbon dioxide or anything like that. And the pH was like around 7, which is standard. That's what most of the water we tested, even at home, was. The pH was 7. So from what we understood, it was pretty clear, pretty clean.
This is Gold Creek, and there is gold in it. You want to get the gold to settle down to the bottom of the pins, and the whole idea is to get it to settle all the way down to the fines, down to the pay dirt. Just a little bit at a time. We're going to keep the gold on the uphill side, just like this. 45-degree angle. I'm stirring around, I'm still getting rid of the rock. Voila! Just like magic, huh? That's gold.
At home, I'm like this really spoiled kid. And I think that I've come to be more appreciative and be more grateful for the things that I do have. And, you know.
I love finding things and how it works and those type of things. And being on the water testing, part of the test, we found like the impurities of the water and how I just like how things work and how they're put together basically in science.
Science is great, okay? And it's honestly, it's a great way to get somebody up there. But really, there's so much more involved in Alaska than science. And I think the team building up there with the students, getting them out of their environment, putting them into a different location, having them experience going on a helicopter and a float plane and a research boat, and being around all that nature just changes people.
I would have never expected to be in Alaska at 17. Being with people that I really didn't know at first, and now, you know, it's like we're all here as a big family.
This is wonderful. I'm glad to see y'all kids working together.
Wow, I can't imagine.
Oh, the scenery is beautiful.
Hey, DISD just received some national attention.
That's right. W.T. White High School just received the Inspiration Award from the College Board. The award recognizes schools whose innovative efforts have broadened their students' access to college.
A number of officials were on hand to present and receive the award, including DISD Superintendent Mike Moses and W.T. White Principal Joy Barnhart.
Congratulations, W.T. White High School.
Speaking of excellent high schools, here's another. Pinkston High School in West Dallas. Here's Angele with more.
Hi guys, I'm Angele here at LG Pinkston High School in West Dallas, where behind me, all kinds of great stuff is happening right now between these walls. Let's go check it out. No school like LG Pinkston. The school's motto is often heard echoing through the halls of LG Pinkston High School, home of the mighty Vikings. A comprehensive high school for grades 9 through 12, Pinkston is located 2 miles west of downtown in West Dallas.
We often refer to Pinkston as the best kept secret in Dallas. We have an excellent school culture. Teachers are teaching, students are learning. We have a great staff here. We have teachers that are very committed to young people. In terms of class size, our classes are, they're not as large as they are at some of the other schools. Currently, we have approximately 800 students at Pinkston. We have lots of room for the 800 students that we have here. So consequently, we're not crowded, good teacher-student ratio, and that equates to high student achievement, which we've been very fortunate in that respect based on our accountability ratings and our test scores from our previous school year.
I think the fact that the staff, students, teachers, principals, everybody here is a big family. I mean, you walk down the hallway and people know your name.
How did it, the class, the way it's class?
Here at LG Pinkston, you have the quality education you can get anywhere else, or even better.
Pinkston's special programs provide a unique learning experience for students. The Compass Learning Lab, with cutting-edge digital solutions, offers students the opportunity to improve academic skills and accelerate their learning in all core subjects. The Advanced Placement Program, sponsored by the College Board, enables students to earn college credit by enrolling in challenging and enriched AP classes while still in high school. Pinkston students learn about cosmetics, hair, and nails in a 2-year cosmetology program. After completing their training, students may then take the state exam that is required to receive a cosmetology license. In computer maintenance, students are provided an in-depth study of concepts and skills in various networks and computer systems, as well as administrative procedures that enable a worker to manage or function in the workplace. In Automotive Technology 1 and 2, students learn to service and repair domestic and imported cars and light trucks. Successful completion of this program prepares students to continue training at the college or trade school level, or into the service and repair industry with intermediate level skills. The Metal Trades program is designed to develop job skills in manufacturing or a broad range of industries that work with metal products. This program provides training for students to work as machinists, welders, iron workers, and mechanical engineers, just to name a few.
Present.
The Junior Reserve Officers Training Course, or JROTC, is not your average high school course. It provides students for responsible leadership roles while making them aware of their rights, responsibilities, and privileges as citizens.
Well, not only do we teach, but we train kids to transfer leadership at the program, and we teach them to be able to work as a team. You see the maturity grow in a lot of kids. They find themselves, they identify, they get some self-confidence, they get a little ability to communicate with each other, they can look you in the eye and they can tell you what they want to do and how they want to do it and really execute for it.
1, 2, ready, go!
Pinkston students get to shine and show off their many talents in music and art. Whether it's performing at football games, in parades, on the stage, or for UIL competitions, the marching, concert, and jazz bands and concert choir really know how to entertain. Check out the jazz band's groove. No question that the staff and students here at LG Pinkston High School are committed to nothing less than education of the highest quality. What students learn here lasts a lifetime. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Angele.
Thanks, Angele. Well, it's time. Time to say goodbye. Time to reflect on all the good times we had together.
Oh, please, it's actually time to celebrate. Here's a brief review of what we covered here on School Zone Dallas. Today we're at Yvonne A. Ewell Townview Magnet Center.
Ismenia, wake up! There really is a bank here at Townview.
Today's School Zone Dallas originates from Julius C. Frazier Elementary School.
Royce, I hope you're ready because School Zone Dallas is on the move. This time we're in Oak Cliff at the middle school we both attended, W.E. Griner Exploratory Arts Academy.
Hey guys, this is Kyle, and I'm here at James Bowie Elementary School here in South Dallas. And standing here next to me is the mega superstar, the Terminator himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
School Zone Dallas originates from Raul
Quintanilla.
Yeah, middle school from West Dallas.
It's been a great year. I have had so much fun.
Me too. But School Zone Dallas will be back with an all-new cast. And, well, as for Royce and I, we're off to college.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
So until next school year, don't forget to keep it right here
in the zone.